This man is my homie for life. It's simple as that. He needs no introduction, and he means a lot to me. One of the coolest people I know, Brandon Friebur. Welcome to the Productive Conversations podcast, bro.
Hey, thank you for having me, Matty B.
Hey, yo, what's
That's a
good?
lot to live
Cheers.
up to.
Hey, every
It
word's
is.
true. Man, cheers of that. Oh,
Cheers.
what you drinking tonight?
Drinking some Old Hickory,
Old
Great American whiskey. I've honestly never had it. My buddy was over this weekend and he left it.
Look at
So
that. That's
it's
what's
pretty
up.
good though.
I
I
got
suggest it.
Blue Point Toasted Lager. Yo, why don't we get in
Ooh.
favorite beer ever? Why don't we get into start it off? Freebur, what's your favorite alcoholic beverage? Right off the bat.
I'm a beer guy. And my favorite beer is a wrench. It's the pink wrench. I have it in my cabinet. That's my favorite beer, hands down. But that's obviously not a go-to because you don't find it in every store. So if I'm going to like a bar or just hanging out, like a good go-to beer would be like a Fat Tire, like an everyday beer.
A Fat Tire. That's what it's literally called, the Fat Tire.
Yeah, it's a Belgian beer.
Oh, okay.
Those are real good. Usually I get those at bars. You'll have them on draft every once in a while if you're lucky.
I love the Two Roads. The Blue Point is my very favorite. But I also have Blue Moon. Everything blue.
Blue Moons are amazing. Amazing.
Oh,
I love Blue Moons.
So I know Freebird because we were in the same fraternity together. Very close friends, very close group of friends. And yeah, like we met in the fraternity. My special thing with Blue Moons is the infamous big little nights you have a drink of choice and you just drink a lot of it. And that drink for me would be Blue Moons. I didn't realize, I really didn't start drinking until college.
No?
And I just thought
Okay.
of it.
Yeah, me actually, same with me. I didn't drink much until college either.
I just thought of I just always liked the look of the Blue Moon. And, well, I just went in and drank, and it was a good time. So that was our drinking choice for Big Little, was the Blue Moon. Well, do you remember yours?
Well, first, do you ever put like an orange in the Blue Moon?
Eat every time. Every time.
Gotta do that. Gotta do that. Otherwise, there's no point to it. What was your question again?
Do you remember the Big Little? Because we all had a drink. Whatever happened to that drink happened.
Yeah.
Whatever happens. But or happened at the time. Everyone, everyone drank responsibly, of course. But we all had to pick a drink. So mine was Blue Moon.
I guess I just had a few shots of Honey Jack. Nothing serious.
Honey Jack.
A big little night, just Honey Jack. Yeah, it was good. It was good. But I didn't have the choice. You had the choice. You had a choice.
I think so. Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember the rules.
I don't think I had a choice.
Dude, tell me though, what's your least favorite alcohol? From there's whether it's a vodka or you got an answer already?
Jose Cuervo, hands down.
Jose Cuervo.
I don't drink tequila, and Jose Cuervo is like a no-no. Like I say that all the time, but on occasion, they'll get me to take a shot of it. But tequila is a no-no for me. Absolutely no.
I love tequila, bro. I love it. So
no.
On my birthday, my buddy gave me this bottle. Let me show you real quick.
Is that the 1700? Oh, you can't hear me. Damn.
Actually, it's not even Cuervo. It's a bottle of Patron with this
What is it?
fancy cork and everything.
Patron, yeah. I thought you were gonna pull out the 1700. Is that what? I thought that was your favorite.
Classic.
Is it 1800? Yeah, I'm sorry, 1800. Yeah.
Yeah, man. We remember the 1800th for my 21st birthday.
That's the only time. I mean, the only time I ever drink that is when you bring it around.
Yo,
So I don't know anyone else that brings it around.
Yo, in a younger time where we were responsible, of course, we drank that whole bottle, a few of us, for my 21st birthday. Man.
Yeah, that was a good night in New York City.
Yeah, I still have that. Actually, I think I have that bottle if you want me to pull it out real quick.
Do you have that bottle? I have a few bottles. Actually, I saved a few bottles, I think. But I think I got rid of them recently.
What? Yo, you mind if
I'm just trying to clear space.
Just 1 second.
Go for it. Again. This man needs a cookie. If anyone was curious, this is my favorite beer. This is a Ranch, the pink one, by
Holy
that's
crap!
a
No,
Northeast IPA
Friebur.
by Industrial Arts. What?
Bro, I've.
This is my favorite beer. I figured if you were showing yours, I'm gonna show mine.
favorite beer. Though, like I said, cheers with that.
I can't cheers.
Friebur.
It's empty, but
Friebur. I forgot the bottle still. Look how fat this is.
oh god.
There's still a little tequila in this. Hold
Finish
up.
it. See what it tastes like.
Want me to?
Are you really gonna do that?
I'm not gonna do it.
Do it.
I want
Smell it
to.
and just
I just want to smell if
swing
it's.
it back.
I just want to smell it if it's. Ugh.
It's been so long you can't open
fuck.
it. Dude,
It's
take
still
it.
there, bro. Oh, jeez.
No, I
Bro.
don't
I
know.
signed 21st birthday, bro. Look how big this is. It's as big as my head. And I have a big head.
And that is surprising, man. Jesus. Not
And
many
they're
things
still
bigger
there.
than that.
Oh, dude, I have to. You can still drink it, right? I mean, alcohol doesn't go bad. I'm not going to do it now,
I
but
don't know anything about that. I know beer goes bad. I've had bad experiences with that.
you've had
Between,
bad
like,
beer.
warm and cold, you take it out.
I don't think liquor
Skunk
goes
beer, that's what they
bad.
call it.
But I'm not going to try that now, no. But wow, we killed this whole thing. I'm
Yeah, that
sorry.
was a
I'm
good
just
night.
amazed.
Do you remember any of it?
Yeah, it was definitely a pleasure. It was a good time for sure. It
What have
was
you been
it
up
was
to,
great.
though? What have you been
It's
up
been
to, though?
great though. But I've just been grinding this podcast, looking for a new job, talking
Well, how
with
many
the
podcasts you at
homies.
right now?
So the time of this recording, I've done 37. I'll have actually no,
37.
yeah, I'll have 38 tomorrow, 39 on Monday. And you're actually number 40, Freebur. You're the 40th podcast, actually.
I like being an even number. I like it. Thank you.
42. So big shouts to that.
Yeah,
And
man. Man,
that's
I didn't know
really
you
been
did
it.
so many. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm grinding it
Wow.
out. It's really my job until I get my job again.
That's awesome.
Started to just keep growing this
And it
some
took you
more.
39 other people first before it was my turn.
No, remember we did it. You were the
I
first
know.
10, and then we had technical difficulties. You were actually you would have been number 5, and then we had technical difficulties. But now
I
finally
get
had time
it.
to fix that. So
There's always a reason. I get it.
I mean, like, you had 5. Like I said, this was mattered. So, but now we're here and keeping it often, and definitely cheers, dude.
So, what do you think about happening today, man? We got to talk about it.
Oh yes, the inauguration.
Actually, wait a minute. I got something funny to say before I forget. You know Joe Exotic, right?
Yes, Joe Exotic. What about Joe Exotic?
So Joe Exotic, from my understanding, don't quote me on the whole story, but from my understanding, he expected a pardon from Trump.
Right, and he didn't. But
And I
Kodak,
think they expected it so much as to, like, last night, his lawyers and his people had like a limo outside where he was locked up, waiting for him to get out. Because they expected Trump to pardon him. Trump never did.
so
Just
Kodak Black
imagine
did.
that, like, I know, but like, imagine sitting there in your cell thinking that, like, any minute you might get a pardon from the president. You're gonna leave. You're gonna go to a limo, whatever. Like, everything that's going on.
Yeah.
You're expecting this. Like, if it gets that serious to the point where your lawyers have, where people have, like, a limo outside for you, you feel like it's probably gonna happen. And for it not to happen, and you go back to just sitting in a cell, it's gotta be heartbreaking.
It's sad.
That hurts. That would hurt. Feel bad.
Sad
for the
as
guy.
fuck. Sad as fuck. But yeah. Today, as we're recording this, Joseph R. Biden Joseph R. Biden got sworn in as the president of the United States. He officially is our president. You are the first ever podcast I'm recording in the Joe Biden years. How does it feel, first off, to see Joe Biden as president?
I feel the same, but I'm gonna always root and hope for the best for whoever's president, whether I support him or not.
Right.
So I hope for his success. I hope for the best for him. I hope for the best of this country. I do believe there's like a huge divide right now, and I don't know if he's the guy to do it. I don't want to say whether I feel like he's the guy or not to do it, but I hope that he does the best he can. That's all I hope for. What about you?
I'm excited. I think it was time for a change. I think I like who's in. I really like Kamala Harris as VP. I like the diverse cabinet he has, and I'm excited for the new Congress that has taken place too. You know, you mentioned the divide. I know it's a very delicate world, but Friebur, do you think that at some point we might be able to? I know it's not going to happen tomorrow. I know it's not going to happen next year. I know it might not happen for a few years, but do you think that eventually maybe the divide can either maybe we separate more, but maybe we also, maybe we come to some compromises and have things get better. Do you think that's possible?
I'm staying optimistic. That's like my big goal. Stay
Hmm.
optimistic and go to the gym for 2021. Just try to be happy. So I'm gonna say yes. I hope for the best. Um,
Yeah,
I like his inaugural speech. Like just hearing it. They always are gonna make sure it sounds good, sounds right. It's what the people want to hear. So you can't look too much into what he says. He has to sound right on his first day. Um, but I think he said some good things that I really don't know. Like honestly, I didn't vote. I wasn't a fan of Trump or Biden.
hmm
Um, so I did not vote. So, like I said, all I hope for is the best. Um, that's really all I can say. I hope that one of our bigger problems is the Republican and Democrats. They don't get along, and they
yeah,
make it hard for the other party to get something done. So, one man, it doesn't matter who it can be, one man can't come in and change everyone and make them work together. If our government doesn't start working together, we're never going to get anything done.
right.
So, to me, that's what's most important. I just hope for the success of the government as a whole. They're not going to make everyone happy. You can't expect them to, but you just hope we end the 4 years better than we started off. So,
Right. Whomever that person is, whether man or woman, who will can lead us to the promised land. I'm with you, staying optimistic, hoping for better times, and someone's got to look on the bright side, right?
trying to do my best, man.
I hear that. Yo, another thing you mentioned, fitness. You've been
Oh,
evolving into a fitness guy. Knowing you as long as I've known you, you've been you know, is it fair to say you've been on and off with the gym, but now you're really feeling it now?
that's fair. Yeah, I did sports growing up, but then yeah, in college and afterwards, I never really got into the gym. I would do it here and there. I did it for a year and a half
Hmm.
right out of college. I've always been skinny though. I've never really gained the weight that I've always wanted. I've gotten defined at times, but that's easy for me because I'm skinny.
Hmm.
But this time, for the first time ever, I've been really going to the gym and like eating a lot, eating healthy, putting in my body what I really should be, enjoying some luxuries here and there.
Of
It
course.
can't be perfect, but me being skinny, trying to gain weight, I don't really worry about that. I'm just trying to eat. And it's been working out well. I have a, it all started because I have a neighbor. He's like a 41-year-old vet.
Hmm.
And I don't know if he's gonna see this, but I think he's like a kind of a lonely guy. Doesn't have many people in the neighborhood in the area. Boo boos. If you guys can hear that, it's my cat. She's begging for food. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Anyway,
It's
yeah,
all
my
good.
neighbor. I think I don't think he has many people in the area. He's from upstate New York. He doesn't know many people, and I think he's kind of taking me under his wing in a way, which is weird.
That's still sweet.
It's cool. He's kind of an insane dude. I guess he's a Purple Hearted vet.
Hmm.
Um, he's told me some things. I don't want to say everything, but um, he up there. He's kind of, you could tell off the bat he's out there, but he wants the best for me for some reason, and he does not let me like skip a gym day unless
Hmm.
we need to. He makes sure every time I come back, I'm eating. Like he's 2 floors down. He's on my ass every morning. Like eat breakfast, eat this and that. Like no, not eat breakfast, but like what's for dinner? Come down, have a protein shake, this and that. Like always just trying to keep me going, and I think I'm helping him do the same. He pushes me more than I push him, I think. But I think he needs this too because he's kind of little. He's slightly overweight, not too much, but I think he wants to see a change in himself. I think he's using me as like a gym buddy or like a motivation for himself.
That's really sweet,
Like if he gets
actually.
me going and I respond, he expects that. he'll do the same. So I think we're feeding off each other's energy. It's been good.
That's awesome to hear.
We'll see how it goes. It's been a little bit now, not too long, but it's been a little bit. But um, boo my cat. She doesn't ask for food. She demands it. I feed her 4 or 5 times a day. So
Hey, she's
whenever
working
she
out too.
wants it, she works at the stomach, man. This cat. So she has a thyroid issue, and the doctor said like feed her. I was like, all right, cool. So I put her on this medicine. Um, we found the right dosage, and then I overfeed. I just feed her whenever she wants, almost, which is getting bad because now she expects that when she yells at me, she gets fed. So I feed her 4 or 5 times a day. If I'm up late, she'll get another one. But so she actually has gained a lot of weight, so much that the doctor's like, man, she's doing amazing. And she's 18 years old, 17, 18 years old. So
That's beautiful.
yeah,
Shouts
man,
to the vet.
she's deaf, but still will run around for treats. If she sees a treat, she will go full speed for it. So other than
Hey,
that, just she's deaf. Um,
well, she's still an awesome cat. But back to the fitness. I think it's cool you have someone to motivate you, be on your side, and keep yourself accountable. So, like, can you walk me through like what your typical routine has been? Are you someone who does like back and biceps on Monday, chest and triceps on Tuesday, do the legs on Wednesday, like something like that, or
yeah, pretty much. So he's a Marine, so it honestly starts off with just like try to show up on time. That's the easiest thing. Just don't piss him off, kind of.
wait, can you repeat that one more time?
Just
What'd you say?
just kind of show up on time. That's the best
Okay.
way to like have the easiest time to get through it. He likes to like push me. He likes to get in my face, kind of yell at me. But our routine is honestly, yeah, you're supposed to skip some days here and there. But he has this mentality where we have to go every day, whether it's something different. If something happens where I work a lot, or he's got his own things, we miss a day, we don't mind. So it usually comes out to 5 days a week, but sometimes we'll do more.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we just don't feel bad if we miss a day. But pretty
Yeah, as
much,
long
yeah,
as you're
it's
consistent.
it's it's legs one day, chest one day, back and buys one day, chest and tricep the other day. Typical standard stuff. Um, I like the way he works out. I kind of have my own way that I know before that I like more actually.
Mm-hmm.
But the way he does, he's kind of in my face. He gets me going. He gets me doing a lot more than I normally would push myself, and so
Right.
I feel a lot more afterwards. And he's also very keen and set on food and eating healthy, and he knows I need to gain weight, so he like cooks me up like, oh, we cook together like chicken and steak every day. Well, not every day, but cook together, but we make sure we eat a good meal every day. And he's the
Yeah.
type that doesn't accept, oh, I'm full. He's like, nah, don't be a little, you know, eat, and like shoves in my face. So I've been
But that,
gaining weight. I've been seeing it, but small increments.
well, it's
Yeah.
good. It's think about it. It's just about later January. You know, if you keep putting this work in, imagine what you'll look like in June. Summer
Yeah,
season and hopefully the end of the pandemic, or as close to the end of the pandemic, at least we could go to have a summer, and then your
absolutely.
beach body fever. We gotta go to Atlantic City and hit the beaches.
Well, I mean, I'm starting to look fit. I got to gain some weight, but I'm looking good. But we with food, that's like his big thing, and so we don't cook together. What we're starting to do, it's still new, so we're trying to work it out. But like one day I cook a big meal, and the next day he cooks a big meal. So today actually I cooked a beef stew in a pot roast, crock pot,
Mm-hmm.
not crock pot, you know, slow cooker, whatever.
Right.
Cook the beef stew. It's almost done. In the next hour, probably by the time we're done with this, I'm gonna go feast on that. But
All
so it's
right.
like we're trying to upstep each other, like getting because we're trying to get each other excited about food. Like one day he cooks something, he's gonna try to outdo me. To him everything's like a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So which I don't mind terribly. Um, so like a lot of times he'll cook like chicken or steak, and I'll cook like the potatoes or vice versa or whatever. And like last night he didn't like my potatoes, so today he
Mm.
was like, "You better cook some fucking fire beef stew." Sorry for my language. You better cook some fire beef
You can
stew, and
swear.
he's like
You can
holding
swear
me
on
to it.
this. You can swear on this.
Okay. So yeah, no, it's this thing. He's like, "You better cook some fire beef stew. Your potatoes were trash." I'm like, "Sorry." Like, I think he's kind of. He doesn't. I don't think he has the biggest palate of food. I think he likes the basics. Like, I think he likes mashed potatoes, chicken, and steak. and I cooked them like baked potatoes, and like I cooked them like not the normal, just like chicken fingers and stuff. Like so,
Chicken fingers. Yeah.
when I cook,
Okay.
I thought they were like great potatoes last night, you know. And but he didn't like them, so he got on me. So I was like, you know what? Tomorrow I'm cooking a beef stew. You're gonna like it, and I'm gonna shut you up. You like, don't come at me. I'm a cook because I know how to cook. I'm good at cooking. I'm very good at cooking. So I take it personally when someone yells at me for something.
Yeah, you're
I
Gordon
don't
Ramsay
typically
out
cook
here.
potatoes. I don't usually cook potatoes like that, and usually, I mean, especially not mashed potatoes. But for him to say he didn't like them, and I thought they were pretty good, I was like a little butthurt, you know. But keep my straight face, you
I've had
know.
your food before, Freebird. I think you're an excellent cook.
I
Now you
mean,
can
I'm
make the
actually nice
comeback
to
story.
him. Oh yeah, I'm actually nice to him because he got this air fryer, which is super cool, and he throws like a steak in the air fryer, and it pisses me off. I don't say nothing because he's cooking it for me.
So you're
But at
frying
the
a
end of the day,
steak.
I'm like, dude, you're doing this wrong. What are you doing? So, um, for him, he's vocal. He'll call me out if my food sucks. But I'm a little nicer to him. I'm like, dude, like the steak was good. I ate it, but like, I don't want to be like, dude, you just ruined it. Don't even ever cook a steak like that again. You like don't to air fry a steak, man. Pisses me off.
Yo, I mean, people are cruel. I remember I used to be a horrible cook. I'm very confident with it, and I think it's good. I remember I made pancakes when I was living in Park River my sophomore year, but I put way too much batter, and instead of like flat pancakes, they were really fluffy. Like they
Oh,
were
that's the
about.
best way to do it, though.
I thought
Fluffy
so,
pancakes are the best pancakes.
but when I was living with Gabe Mills, he would roast me, and then but it turns out like Japanese pancakes are like that, and it was like a few weeks ago, and I said to him, "I was like, yo, bro, look, I was just making Japanese pancakes this whole time. I
You got
wasn't
that
messing it
excuse
up."
going. I actually know. I actually haven't made them in a while, but in college I made them a lot, and after college I made a lot of pancakes. By the way, pancakes are better than waffles. Anyway, but
Yeah,
I
I
like the
agree.
fluffy ones, so I usually will make you. I put I think what is it? I haven't made it in a while, so I put less water in it or milk or whatever the ingredients is to make them thicker, and then throw them on the pan, and that's how you get the fluffiness. So probably if you want to fix, you should have just added a little bit more water.
Yeah, that was my
But
fault, but I fucked with it. What was the worst? Where's the worst pancakes you've ever had, or where have you had the worst pancakes?
I don't really like IHOP's pancakes.
You don't like IHOP pancakes? No, I never had
Well,
a.
no, that's a lie. I like IHOP's pancakes, but one time I went there and I asked for the chocolate chips in the pancakes, which is a funny story in itself. But I stuttered. I was like, "Well, the chocolate chip pancakes," and people were laughing at me. But they gave me so much chocolate chips in my pancakes. It like they gave me they were supposed to be like a stack of pancakes, and it was just like it's like a volcano falling apart. I was like, cool. And then I felt like I
Bro.
was just eating like melted chocolate chips, you know? Oh,
It was just like a
trust me,
black
I'm my
colored
best.
pancake, like a chocolate colored.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, I love IHOP's burgers and appetizers.
Wait, can I say something embarrassing myself? You can cut this out.
What's up?
Remember when we were in the city and I fell asleep on an IHOP cheeseburger?
Yeah, it was
After
hilarious.
going out all night, we finally make it to some food. I'm so tired. I fall asleep on the burger, didn't eat it. Then I guess someone talked shit, and me being like tired, I was like, fine, or like probably a little drunk. I was like, fine, I'm paying for everybody. And I paid for everybody. Woke up the next morning, I was like,
With
fuck.
like $150 bill. Yeah, we went.
Yeah,
This
and a
was back
hundred
in the.
fifty dollar bill at IHOP. I was like,
There was just
fuck.
like in the East Village. I know on 14th Street that IHOP. I would get food from there all the time, and yeah, you were just being
That was the
generous.
last
I
time I was
appreciate
at
that.
IHOP. I never went back.
That
Biggest
was
bill I
long
ever had
ago.
at IHOP.
Jeez, I wonder if that IHOP's still there. I
Yeah, why
appreciate it.
not?
I was the only one who actually cashed out. Remember the morning of, you said, "Hey, can you guys have
Yeah,
a
in the morning I
soul?"
was like, yo, I fucked up. Somebody want to give me some money. I mean, you were the only one I think that gave me like some money.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh, well, I wasn't mad about it. I was sitting there, I was like, I did it to myself. Whatever.
So is that the key? If we need a meal, just get Freebird drunk and then challenge him. You won't pay for it.
Bro, you pushing it now.
Bro,
No, maybe. That was one time, bro. I don't know.
I've definitely messed up in
No.
an order. Um, I remember
Messed
once.
up an order is different from paying for the whole order on the table.
Do you want to know something? When we were chilling and when we were chilling in Queens at one time, seeing Benji and stuff. I
Yeah.
remember,
Oh, with the pool tables and all the cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
cool
place is
ass
sick. We gotta go
bar.
back. We gotta
Yo,
go
for
back. But yeah, I
real.
remember that.
I really hope it's open. We could chill at my cousin's crib. She lives at Astoria. She said we could come whenever you want if we need to sleep over too. I said
Uh, Tell me this now. Let's do it.
I just found she just moved there during the pandemic, so I have to be
Oh, during
generous.
the pandemic.
Yeah, she moved there in the pandemic, so
Interesting time.
she'd be very generous. But anyways, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, I remember we drank a good amount that day. It's like I had to drive home. I should have taken the train there, but I remember I just asked for a beer. So I was like, all right, I'll have one more beer. Then, I'll wait it out for a couple of hours. Then I'll go, because of
Yeah.
course, no drinking and driving, being responsible. So I was asking for my last drink. I wanted the Blue Point, but then I accidentally said the Fresh Point,
Is that a
which
beer?
was, no, it was like this insane cocktail in a Moscow Mule glass that was like,
Oh.
if you drink this, it's over for you, bro.
Was it good at least?
I sipped on it quick. I was like, wow, it's too much alcohol. I gotta stop. I won't be going home.
You ain't
And I
driving
gave it to
home.
some random person, and then you know, I don't
I
number
think
of
I
them
saw the
ran in.
picture of that. Do you remember when you go? Because that was the second floor, you know.
Yeah,
So when you open the door, you go up the stairs. But if you're coming down the stairs to leave, there's a mirror on the wall. I think me,
right.
you, and some people were all in that picture. So I think I still have that picture. I'll send it to you later. I think
Squad,
really good
yo, please
picture.
do,
Squad pic. Squad pic.
bro. Man,
Oh
Freebur, I miss going out so bad, bro. Especially with our squad,
yeah, it's been a while,
dude. I mean,
but
are you someone who's ready for the? If we could just do our part, socially distance, get more people vaccinated, have more pharmaceutical companies create vaccines. We have the Moderna, we have the Pfizer. I think Johnson and Johnson is close to having their own. So that's 3 now.
yeah,
Is that like, are you ready to just live it up again,
absolutely. I mean,
especially this summer?
I'm ready to go out and do things and have fun, but for like going out to bars and clubs and things like that, that type of lifestyle, no. I'm not doing that lifestyle. I'm tired of it. I have like 2 beers a night and I wake up tired for like a day and a half. No. No, I'm excited. I'm excited to just get out and just feel normal again. But I think it's gonna
Right.
be a while. Um, I just want. I mean, it would be nice to be able to go like I don't know about anywhere else, but the Chipotle here, you can't even order in. You have to place your order online
Right.
before you walk in the store. That hurts. Like something simple like that, where it's like I want to go get Chipotle. Like it, you don't
It's the
think much about it
process.
that you're not waiting in the line, which usually stinks, this and that. But that's like a big part of your life where like you might talk to someone or something happens, or just like the normal things that normally would happen, like going to Chipotle and picking up food you can't do anymore. You have to call in order
Mhm.
early and then literally walk and grab your bag and leave. Oh, that stuff like that, and like going out to eat, being served. I got served for the first time, I think 2 weeks ago. I think since the pandemic started.
How did it feel to get
Um,
served again?
it felt great. Honestly, actually, at first, it didn't even like occur to me that it was like it kind of just fell back into like the same motion of whatever. But I do remember sitting at the table at one point, but like,
It's been a
oh
long
hey,
time. You could say to the
hey, can I get a
server,
napkin or something? Like, yeah, I just needed something. Like,
I appreciate you, server. Thank you so much for enhancing this experience.
yeah, absolutely. But with the pandemic going on, if you are gonna go out and you do find a place lucky enough to eat out, definitely make sure you tip them. You
Yeah,
know,
tip
these
them
servers are living
swiftly.
off those tips. So I'm not the type to say you can't go out to eat if you can't tip, but because
Yeah, be generous.
that's
Do the
hard in
right thing.
itself. But if you can tip, servers need it. Restaurants, small businesses need it. So um, I try to go around and find like little coffee shops here and there.
Hmm.
There's a coffee shop near the path that's really cool. So I go to like little places like that and get a coffee if I can one day. Like because sometimes working from home, all the time and always being in the house, when you wake up, you work. Like sometimes you don't leave your place until 5 o'clock. So sometimes during my lunch or in the morning or something, I'll try to find a reason to go out.
Yeah.
even if it's just to spend a few bucks, go and get a coffee. So like I'll look up like a different coffee shop or
Get that fresh air.
something nearby. Like just go to Wawa and get a coffee for 99 cents or like a sandwich or something. Just something every morning to get me going out. Because that's a struggle these days, honestly, with the pandemic going on. You can't always go out, can't always do things. I remember I tried to go to the park nearby to take the dog to, and they were yelling at us saying the park is closed because of the pandemic. And I'm like,
Mm,
come
yeah.
on, like
I can't wait.
so.
You're right. I'm sorry, were you about to say something else?
No, I was listening to you.
But it's been a stressful time. It's a crazy time. Just, we're getting close to a year. Again, just hopefully more people can continue to listen, have the cold force us to stay inside. Just trust the process. We need to get more people vaccinated, and then hopefully by the end of the summer, fall, or at least, you know, like I said, by the fall, hopefully we're
Yeah,
extremely close to the end. One
I
thing we
mean,
should
let's hope with the vaccines and I guess Biden, he's going to be more aggressive. They say
right.
with more restrictions and stuff to make it go, which could be good. Take the hit now, so in the long run, you do better. So
And you can keep training so you could by the time we are back, more you're the suave Friebur, you're the
I'm ready.
suavemente, you're the I don't know, the real deal, the sexy Freebird now.
It's sexy food. Hey, let me ask: Have you had like a scare yet? Thinking you might have it yet? Besides
Besides the time when we hung
one
out,
time with me,
because
yeah,
of
yeah.
because of
Besides
that,
that one time,
besides that one time with that dude we know who
Chris.
wasn't being responsible. Um,
Like
not
any
really,
real like serious scare though? No.
not serious scared. No, and I thank God I haven't really felt the symptoms wherever I've gone, or I heard like as close as my neighbor around the corner, two of them had it. That's pretty nerve
Um,
wracking, but
were they asymptomatic or they actually like they got the symptoms?
I think they actually were feeling little symptoms. But yeah, that's really been that's really been the only other time, and hopefully the last time. What
Yeah.
about you?
Um. No, not one serious one like that one. Thank God for the best.
Hmm.
After the holidays, I obviously got checked. I
Right.
was around my family and stuff. We all came back good, so that was good.
Good.
It's a stupid risk that some of us took, but we took it. And we all fared out well, so thankfully for that.
Definitely.
But I'm also like I don't really worry. Like I don't get super scared about the virus, but at the same time, I'm the type of kid that's never really gotten sick. I don't get sick every year. I
Hmm.
don't usually get sick, and when I do, it's really like I think it's really bad. Like growing up, I used to get strep throat once a year. That was it. Like that was literally it. So I know when I get sick or I have like a little fever or a little cold, like to most people it's like, oh, whatever. But to me, a little fever is the slightest little sickness since I never get sick. I'm on the couch crying, you know. So part of me is like, all right, like you really don't want to get this virus because I feel like I'm gonna be hurting more than maybe most. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
young, so I could be asymptomatic. You never know. But I am the type of person that when he does get sick, the smallest little sickness is almost exaggerated just because I never get sick.
Yeah. I'm just trying to be wary and safe because I still live with my family and just don't want anyone else to get sick. My mom's been vaccinated, but we're still
Oh, that's awesome.
waiting
Both
for
doses?
just the first one. I think your second one is this week, and yeah, just waiting for this to end. It's gonna be glorious, bro. We know what we have to do. We should go to an AC trip. There's
I'm
time
bad
back.
at I'm down.
I've
And you
been.
know what's actually funny about that?
Mhm.
My neighbor, his dog is like a service dog.
Yeah.
And so he's been begging. He's like, as soon as this coronavirus is over, dude, we're going to AC. Me, you, my buddies, your buddies, we're going to AC. I'm bringing the dog because she's walking straight to the casino. And I'm like, have you done that before? It's like, yeah.
Bringing the
Works
dog to
because
the
it's
casino.
like a fat potato of a dog. And I'm just
Mhm.
like, I guess you want to bring a dog to the casino. It's
I have to
like, but like
stack
that's
these
on him. But like,
bends.
if he wants to do it, Yeah.
Stack these
I
bends,
mean,
brother.
the dog is the cutest dog ever, but he's been like begging to go. He's like, dude, as soon as the virus is over or like semi over and we can really go to Atlantic City and have fun, like we gotta go. I'm bringing China, the dog's name. And I'm like, okay, dude. So
Dude,
yeah,
what
we're
is
gonna have to go. We went before. Remember me and you went? My
Yes, we
cousins.
did. I went with your cousins, and it was
You stole my
popping.
grandma from me that weekend. You
Hey man,
stole my
I'm
grandma from
friends
me
with
that
everyone.
weekend.
Yeah, we stayed at your aunt and uncle's house on the couch.
Yeah, and then so I remember that very well. I invited you to go see and meet my grandma, and you guys started talking about opera, which is her shit. And then you guys talked for like an hour. I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm pretty sure she'd rather him have as a grandson than me. Like, you stole my grandma from me. I was like, no way. Like,
That's all you free. I just
I
know
was just
how
fucking
to
around, but I
talk.
remember joking around about that.
That was funny. What is your go-to game at the casino?
I'm a slot machine guy.
The slots.
Um, well, it's also because I've only gone to Atlantic City a few times, and then the cruise one time where you can gamble, and like the people I always go with are always about the slots, so that's kind of what I'm used to. But I do like blackjack.
Yeah, that's my game too.
Um,
I love playing that card game in particular.
yeah, I think I'm about even. The first time I remember I sat down on the table, I don't know what I put down. I don't know what the fee was to get down, but my first roll, I like doubled my money or something along those lines.
Just like
And then when I
that.
got hyped, I was like, "This shit's easy. I got this." Lost it
Be-
all, went negative. And pretty much
Beginner's
been
luck is
slot machines
real.
ever since. But what I did learn is actually on my birthday was the last time I went to Atlantic City. Not this last one, but the one before that.
Mhm.
Um, I went to Atlantic City, and I remember I was just doing slot machines all night. But I was just doing like the cheapest bet you could do.
The 1 cent, some
And
of them.
then, yeah, towards the end of the night, yeah, penny slots with 25 cents, whatever it was. And then towards the end of the night, I was like so negative. I was like negative like 150 bucks, 200 bucks.
On
Oh,
slots.
yeah, on the slots. I was like, damn it. And then I remember I had 10 bucks left. And so I was sitting on one machine for a while, another machine didn't work out. And so this lady who was sitting next to me, she had no luck. She just gets up and leaves. I was like, screw my machine. Like I wasn't winning. I had 10 bucks left. So I jumped over to her machine. First pull, 120 free rolls or something on one of these machines. I was like, oh shit. So I started pulling those through, and I pull all through 20 through, and after that, I was up like 250 bucks. I made my 150 bucks back that I lost, and I was up like 250 bucks after that, or something like that. Something
Fuck.
I don't remember the full numbers, but I went from being real negative to positive, and just one roll because that one roll got me to 20 free rolls or 10 free rolls. I think it was 20 free rolls,
Shit.
and after that, I ended up positive, and then I pulled like two more times, lost. I was like, I'm done. I walked away. So I walked
Stay
away
away.
positive the last time I went to Atlantic City.
Oh,
Oh, but I'm a
bro.
member now. I'm a member now because when I was there, for some reason, I signed up to be a member, so I get free nights all the time.
Do you know remember which
So
casino specifically?
Ocean City, I think it's Ocean. Is it Ocean City or Ocean something? I think it's
I
Ocean
think
City
so. Yeah,
Casino.
there's
It's like the one of the main ones, Ocean something.
and you're
All,
out here
all
for
I know is Ocean. Yeah.
bro, the complimentary so you get the complimentary rooms?
Yes, like almost weekly. I get like between January and March, you get 3 nights complimentary, and like, oh,
Bro.
but like, I haven't gotten as many recently. But during the holidays, like Christmas and stuff, I was getting them like every other day. It felt like in my mail, just like complimentary, complimentary,
Yeah.
complimentary. And so we definitely gotta go because, like, obviously it's complimentary. You go there, you
Yeah, that'll save a
gamble a
lot
little
of
bit, and you get
money.
free drinks on top of it too. So
Duh,
I think it's like
bro.
a two hour trip from where I am. So
Yeah, gambling's in my blood, bro, on both sides of the family. My parents go on casino trips on the reg now. Like literally, like
yeah.
pre-pandemic, they would go once every 2 weeks. They've gone a couple times in the pandemic safely. They went to Vegas 2 years ago just cause they
Oh
love gambling. My grandpa,
yeah.
I think grandpa's awesome. He loved horse gambling, like gambling on
Oh,
horses
like
and stuff.
riding, racing and stuff, horse races,
Like he really into that
the
Kentucky
Kentucky Derby
Derby,
and stuff. Yeah.
Preakness, and my
Oh my
dad's into
god,
that, and I like it too. Actually, I have a horse right there. It was American Pharaoh and Secretary. You can't really see, it's hard to see,
that's
but
it. That's
um,
it.
it's right above Will Ferrell to the corner right there.
I see the picture. I can't make out the details on it.
But I
Looks
love,
like a
yeah,
track car.
man, and I love sport. I'm into the sports gambling too. Obviously you have to be
Oh wait,
responsible and careful.
wait. In Connecticut, where you're from, are you allowed to gamble sports
Not
bet online?
not yet, bro. I'm jealous of you.
Dude, I'll be
You got the
doing it from my
fan duels.
phone.
You get the fan duels.
I got a few of them. What do I got? I got FanDuels.
Oh, they're the
And
big
I got
winners.
no. I had three. I got rid of one. So now I got FanDuel. What else do I got? Sports bet.
Yep.
Um, Fox bet. It's Fox something. I think it's Fox bet. I think.
ESPN does one. Was one of the books.
Yeah,
DraftKings is huge.
DraftKings. I don't have DraftKings, so I made a bunch of bets, but I get in like phases. Like I'll do it for like a month here, but I don't do much. Like when I want to do it, I'll drop like $20, and then I'll put them on like some parlays or something
Yeah.
for like $1 or two each, which could be like a turnout of like depending on the parlay, like either $100 or like more.
Hmm.
You know.
Do you do more football
Oh,
bets or basketball? Like those are popular ones to bet.
booze! I don't have. I can feed you after this.
Mm.
I do. Looking at me, I do. I try to do parlays. I don't usually pick one team or the other and put $20 on it, like or 50, whatever. I
Hmm.
usually will do a parlay. So, but I'll usually stick between UFC or
Yeah, that's a big one.
boxing,
For the fights
UFC,
ones are too.
football, and basketball. I don't really know baseball, but if I'm looking for an extra team to make the parlay bigger, sometimes I just want a bigger parlay for fun.
Yeah, and for anyone who doesn't know what
I'll
a
look into some games. Yeah.
yeah, and if anyone doesn't know what a parlay is, it's pretty much you combine multiple bets into one and make that one big bet to win. Like if you're doing
Yeah.
a bunch
So
of
yeah,
games
the
and
odds will
stuff
be
like that.
higher. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
and
Um.
baseball's tough to bet because baseball it's so different. It could be crazy. One team can
Yeah.
go score 15 runs in a game and then they score zero. Well, one pitcher has a
Yeah.
horrible
Baseball
game.
is very like mental in a way. Almost. I don't know much about baseball. It's not my go-to sport, but
Mhm.
I do know. Like.
Yeah,
I mean, like honestly, in any sport, you could be the best team, you can still lose at some point.
for sure.
So you never
Baseball,
know. But baseball more than normal, I think.
yeah, Yogi Berra said baseball is 90% mental and
Yeah.
90% half mental. That's what he really said. And
90% half mental, you said?
yeah, that's a yogiism
90%.
they call it.
So what does 90% half mental mean?
That's just Yogi Berra, man, to tell you the truth. He always said crazy stuff like that. But
Yeah.
like he said it ain't over until it's over. Or he
It
said a
ain't over
lot of
till the fat lady sings. That's my go-to
yogiisms. Let me
version.
just read some of them real.
Yogiisms? Yeah, read them.
That's what they are literally called. They're pretty hilarious too. Some stuff he would say, yeah.
Yogiisms.
Okay, so it's actually the actual quote. I misquoted. It's baseball is 90% mental. The other half is physical. So,
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
um, I,
90% mental. Yeah, that makes sense.
he once always said, "I always thought the record would stand until it was broken." He once said, "You observe a lot by watching. If the world were perfect, it wouldn't be." And then somebody
Funny
say,
you
"No."
say that. Continue.
Other ones like, we made too many wrong mistakes.
Understand it though.
You never answered an anonymous letter. We were overwhelming
Well,
underdogs.
who's your favorite MLB player? I think I know who it is. Aaron Judge. What? Damn it! I
Derek
should have
Jeter,
said it.
but
Derek
but
Jeter.
but my favorite definitely now is Aaron Judge for sure.
I've
Love
known that for
Aaron.
years.
It's
I
my
feel like
homie.
every time I'm near you, if baseball's on, it's like Aaron Judge, Aaron Judge. I'm like,
Bro,
be like,
I want to hang out all of us even though literally, bro, none of my close friends like baseball. I mean, I'm people of I shouldn't
baseball's a
say.
dying sport, man.
I mean, I can't argue with that. It's honestly baseball's fault
Dude, I
for it.
love playing baseball, but
No, yes.
watching it is boring, dude. It's so boring.
I even get some bored sometimes watching baseball, and I love baseball. Like my closest friends, like the ones I always hang out with, none like you guys and stuff.
Yeah,
No one watches baseball, and that's fine. I just have my friends I do talk and watch baseball with, but it's tough. It's baseball's fault. They're boring. I mean, like you said, game's boring. No many interesting stars. Like, do you know who Mike Trout is?
I've heard of Mike Trout. He's good as shit.
Okay,
I
you've
don't
heard of
know
it.
what position he plays. Is he? No, he's
Yeah,
not a pitcher. No, he's not a pitcher.
he's a center
Is
fielder,
he?
but if he's a
Yeah,
center
no, he's not a
fielder,
pitcher.
if you
That name shoots up all the time, but no, I don't know anything about him.
if you saw him though, would you know what he looked like?
I think he's got long blonde hair.
No, he doesn't.
Shit,
He's
no,
almost
no,
bald. He has very short hair.
definitely not.
But it's like that's baseball's probably best player, and you wouldn't know what he looks like you know you're a big sports fan, but you wouldn't know what he looks like compared to like everyone knows what LeBron is, best baseball and
Yeah,
basketball.
of course. Yeah,
Everyone knows like who Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes is, Aaron
yeah.
Rodgers. But baseball give less of a shit, and that's on baseball for not promoting their players and stuff.
It's a hard sport because it's so slow. Back in the day, it was different. You know, it's slow, and the time we're in today with like technology and stuff, like everybody's more on a faster pace than normal. You
Right.
know,
Yeah, baseball
so
has to
sitting
speed
there
up.
waiting for the next pitch and just they need to find another way to spark that sport. I think somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the way to go is to market their more charismatic players, like people who are crazy and stuff, like who use social media a lot. I think embrace especially the Latin players who like a majority of players are Latin. So, set very much embrace their culture and show how interesting they are and funny because there are some cool people like that and
Mm,
are fun to watch. And then, as you said, baseball, they just have to speed their game up. And I think it's something like
yeah,
only so a baseball game is pretty long. It's like it could take 4 hours, like compared to a football or
yeah.
basketball game that takes 2.5 to 3 hours of playing time. If you're actually watching baseball, I think it's something like only 25% of those 4 hours or something actually happening. That's not a pitch. So
25%. Dude, I didn't know those statistics.
whether it's a hit or a play up the middle, it only happens
Mm.
25% of the time. So
I will say though, going to baseball games, I've gone to more baseball games than any other sport, MLB games. And I will say, like, if I'm going with my buddies and want to have a good time, I almost rather go to a baseball game than others because you can get cheap tickets. This is what I've seen. I could be wrong. Other people could have other views, but for me, every time I go to a baseball game, get the cheapest tickets, nose bleachers. It really doesn't matter because the game is so slow. People aren't really there to watch the game. Like you don't have to pay attention every second because not much is happening every second. So when you go to baseball games, you just go to the high bleachers, and that's where like the fun crowd is, you
mhm.
know. So and you get it for dumb cheap. So if you're gonna pick a random sport to just do something that night, like say you're gonna impulse a ticket for that weekend or that night or something, get a baseball ticket, nose bleachers. You're gonna have a good time every
No,
time, you know. And
I
you're gonna
totally
probably
agree.
see some funny stuff in the crowd. There's gonna be overly drunk people, like don't be a part of it or whatever, whatever. But like baseball games, I've always loved because every time I go there, there's always like something. I don't have any stories now, but I just know every time I walk home from a baseball game, like there's something funny that happened. You know, there's always like a
Absolutely.
good crowd there. You know,
Baseball games
um,
are so much fun, bro. They are a lot of fun.
yeah,
It is one of my favorite
it's more
things
the
to do.
experience there than other ones. You
And
know,
like you said, you're right. You could get games cheaper because there's so many of them. There's 81 home games a year. That's a lot. In the 6 months of the season, there's 81 home games.
shit,
Usually
that's a
more loyal
lot.
fans are there. It's cool. It's a cool summer thing to do. Weather's
Yeah,
nice. It's bouncing. It is cool to see a home run. I think a lot of people would agree. It's fun to see a home run in person. Someone just destroying it, and that's the best feeling in the world when you can hit it. And like you said, baseball is also a fun game to play. Like even softball,
it's super fun to play.
like I
Super
said,
fun.
the best feeling is hitting a ball far. I really think that.
Let me ask you this: if you had to pick one professional sport to play, what would it be? And you can answer the question how you want. Money involved, money not involved.
If I can
You
play
know,
any
cap space
sport,
and stuff. If you could play any sport, money not involved. If you could play any sport professionally, what would it be?
that's a tough
Money not
question.
involved. Just what would you want to do?
Money not involved. I'll probably go with baseball. I think, like you
You think
said, it's
so?
so much fun to hit a ball. Um, it's so much fun to hit a ball far. It's good energy. Um, I think like baseball fans who are really loyal, especially up in the Northeast, like where we are, baseball is big.
Yeah.
And if you were to say money, a lot of the money's guaranteed. So compared to like a football that's not
There's no
guaranteed,
cap in baseball, right?
there's a luxury tax.
Uh,
So if you want to pay over it, you just have to pay an extra tax. That's really it. But though I think football is a lot of fun to play too, especially if you're line and stuff. But
so
I would have
baseball's
to say
probably base,
baseball.
baseball. I think
The dugouts are
for me,
awesome too, and like you know, it's cool.
yeah. I think I would love to play baseball, but with how many games they have in a year,
Yeah, 162.
if we're not talking money, I'm probably going basketball. Football is going to take a toll on your body more than the other
Oh
sports.
yeah,
Baseball, there's so many games that is like your life. It feels like
yeah.
basketball. I feel like that the happy medium where like might be a little contact. It's become such a baby sport in a way. Honestly, in
Compared
a
to like
way.
the '90s and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So, but they don't have as games as often as baseball, but they're not taking as much brute force as football. So for me, and I grew up playing soccer and snowboarding and stuff like that, but like, for me, I think basketball. I've always loved basketball. It's the
I love
sport.
basketball too,
I pay attention to football more, but if I had to pick a sport, not money involved, I'm going basketball.
dude. I love
Um,
basketball. So basketball is a lot of fun to play, even though I have really bad knees. But I still tried my best out there. But it's because I dislocated it a few times. It's definitely taken
yeah,
on speed and endurance. But
you
I
got a
just
good
love
little
playing them.
shot though.
Yeah, I could shoot. I definitely could shoot, but that's really it. But now I've been actually this year I bought some brand new braces, like completely brand new braces that don't fall off. It did
For the
cost me,
knees.
yeah, it cost $60.
Okay.
But bro, I've
Okay,
been killed.
maybe. Okay, I'm
But
excited.
they were expensive, but my workout's been so much fun. My body feels really good with the tighter knee braces. And
That's
I can't
good.
wait for the summer, bro. I really want to shoot more. I will have to wear those braces, but
I mean, whatever
feels
works,
good.
but I don't know if you remember we were playing pick a ball and you were like not moving around too much. So now you say you got the braces.
Yeah, I got these brand new
I
braces
don't
that
want
are
no
awesome.
excuses as to like why you're not, balling out, man.
Dude, I'm ready. I'm
We
seriously,
was balling out.
it was fun, bro. Those we were going
It
against
was
those
so fun.
Newark
Yeah, we
dudes.
were like some New York, yeah.
And
That was a fun time. It was a fun time. I broke a
yeah, I
hard
was so mad
sweat.
we lost though.
Whatever, whatever.
Oh
I'm
man.
mad, but I'm not mad about it. We still had a good ass time.
I'm trying to
Super good time.
we have to challenge them again for a rematch.
I haven't played pickup ball much since school. Like in college, especially freshman, sophomore, more sophomore year than anything. I played a lot of pickup ball, like
At
multiple
U
times a
Heart.
week. Yeah, multiple times a week, and then it went from that to like junior year, not as much. Or senior year, like never. And like I miss it. It was like fun. I didn't play basketball going into college. Like I never played it. I tried out actually. I signed up for basketball in junior school and like stress fractured or something to my foot and couldn't play, so I never played again. But dude,
Damn,
basketball is so much fun, and like I loved
it
playing
is.
pickup ball in college. That was so much fun.
Yo, let's try to play a lot of pickup ball this summer, bro. I really
Bro,
mean
come
it.
over whenever you want. I got parks near here. I'm sure you got parks up there. In where are you at? Where are you?
We
Connecticut? Where are you at?
we're in Norwalk,
Norwalk. That's what it is.
Norwalk,
Yeah.
Connecticut. Yeah, so I'm an hour from you, as you know. So that's easy, bro.
Yeah.
Easy slide.
I'll drive an hour to come play some ball with you, man.
We do have, especially the beach courts are cool too. I mean,
You got beat. I know. Okay,
never been
I'm
to the
down.
beach in Norwalk. I never took you guys to the beach.
No, you went with Evan a bunch, but I had Timmy at the time. Remember?
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
I had Timmy at the time.
Well, yo, I'll definitely show you the beach in Norwalk. It's a vibe. It is a
We
great vibe.
going.
Bro, the beach in Norwalk used to be so trash, so awful. There actually used to be street races there. Like I'll show you. It was the
Like,
place to go. Like the Fast and the Furious. You can see drift marks to this day, and they put speed bumps there.
oh, that's sick, dude. That's awesome.
But yeah,
That's actually sick.
they gentrified the shit out of it, but for the better. And
Yeah,
probably the
but is the
best.
water? Sorry, what were you saying?
I'm sorry. I was saying like The best restaurant in Norwalk is the seasonal beach food there.
Near the beach. Is the water? Because
Salt
you're
water.
more north than me, so it's pretty cold up there, though, right? Even the water stays pretty cold up there, right?
In
Like
I
the
would say
summer, like
the
yeah, I
summer
feel like
it's
it's so
good. The
cold.
summer is good. But
Is it?
yeah, you don't want to go in there now. Like
Yeah, no, no,
July,
no, not
August, it's
now.
chilling.
Yeah, we on the East Coast, bro. We ain't going in the water now. What are you talking about? No
You're
one.
about to go to
Oh,
Cali. You have to go to the water if they let you.
yeah. Shout out, Brad. I'm going to Cali
Mhm.
in what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? I'm an idiot though. My flight home is on Sunday, the 7th of February, which is during the Super Bowl. So I have to try to
You don't
call
want to miss
tomorrow
it.
and fix that.
Yes, sir.
I'm a Patriots fan. They're not in the Super Bowl, but I'm rooting for the Bills. And if Tom Brady gets in the Super Bowl, obviously I have to watch it. Respect to Tom Brady.
Do you?
So
Yeah, I definitely respected Tom Brady. I want to see Aaron Rodgers in though. I wanted to be Packers Bills.
I don't like Aaron Rodgers. I'm not a fan of him. I don't like him. I think he's a punk ass. I don't like.
Wow,
I
what
don't
are you
like it. I don't
doing?
like. And Aaron Rodgers as a player is good, but as a person, there's a few people in the NFL I don't like.
Who you not liking the NFL?
The number one was Eli Manning, and then that was like my overall hate of.
Because of the Super Bowls that
Let's
he
not talk
won.
about it. Anyway, anyway, moving on.
Who
I
else
don't
you
like
hate
Big
in the
Ben and I
NFL?
don't like Aaron Rodgers. I think they're great players, but the way they hold themselves, I think I don't like the way they hold themselves, like their personality. I don't like that either. I don't
I
like
love
either of
Aaron
them.
Rodgers. He's so chill, the
Aaron
man.
Rodgers,
He's
no,
so
I don't
chill. I
like
love
Aaron.
it.
Aaron Rodgers and Big Ben both have an ego that like pisses me off just looking at them. I don't like them.
I mean, Big Ben, I know has
It's
had
so much
some
deeper than
had
that,
to
but
pass.
but I didn't actually know. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong with this, but I'm pretty sure I heard last week that Aaron Rodgers has only thrown like 89 picks in his whole career or something
Yeah,
like that,
that's
and
it.
he remembers most of them. And like when I heard that stat, I was like, I gotta give him a little more respect than I thought. Like I don't like his personality, and I always like this game. Like I think he's good. I gotta respect his game, but like to only throw 89 picks in however god many years he's played because he's old.
He's played about 15
Um,
seasons.
You don't shrug at that. 89 picks, and dude, you don't shrug at that. Especially when talking about Eli Manning, who I like, he's my top overall hate. Would he throw like 24, 25 picks in a season? Something ridiculous. He set the record like a few years ago for most picks in a season. It was disgusting.
Yeah, it's tough. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers has played, for 15 seasons and only 412 touchdowns to 89 interceptions. Insane. But yeah, I think
I
he's amazing.
respect the
I think
man.
he's amazing. I really like Aaron Rodgers a lot. And I think he's the best pure an athlete to play the game. He knows how to run. He's very accurate. He has an arm. He's very clutch. He even with
Oh
the various
no.
receivers he's had, from Randall Cobb to Devontae Adams and you know
I don't know much about Aaron
Jordy
Rodgers. I just
Nelson
know I
and
don't
stuff
like
like
his
that, but
personality.
he's the man. I love Aaron Rodgers a lot. I always look forward to seeing him on Pat McAfee every week.
I am
And
excited to see him and Brady though.
yeah,
What's
that's
that
gonna
next
be
week on Sunday, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock?
$3 this Sunday, the
Uh,
time we're recording it. And while you're listening, listen to my preview show as I talked about the conference championship and my reflection on the game from this Monday's episode. But yeah,
where
so
the preview show to this podcast?
no, so so last week, so on Friday, so as we're talking Friday, I have a conference championship preview. Then I reflect on the conference championship games on Monday's episode. So by the
Okay.
time we're
All
recording,
right.
so yeah, I love Aaron Rodgers. Always big fan since I was as a kid, and I hope he gets that second Super Bowl to establish him as one of the immortals. He's obviously not the GOAT. Tom Brady's the GOAT, but top five to ever play. I
Uh,
think that second Super Bowl could put him in there.
all
So.
right. I don't like Aaron Rodgers.
Mhm.
Is serious question.
Yeah.
Is Eli Manning a Hall of Famer? I'm gonna answer it right now. No, he's not. I don't ever want to see him in the Hall of Fame. And end the conversation. No, I'm joking.
Friebur.
What's your opinion? Is Eli Manning a Hall of Famer?
Oh man, I love this question. I really do. Okay.
Matt Brown, don't give me the
No
wrong
bias
answer, bro.
aside for being a Giants fan. Eli Eli's place is up here. I have an Eli pick.
Let
So
me blur. Can I blur that out real quick? I don't want to see that.
do with your doing things. I think, though I understand, I genuinely believe that it can go either way. I think Eli Manning is a Hall of Famer. Maybe not a first ballot, but I think he's going to get in there. I think pros and cons. I know he's thrown a lot of picks. I know he hasn't been in the playoffs that many seasons. I think he's only been in the playoffs four seasons out of his 15-year career. I know
Yeah.
he's just under. I think he's exactly at 500 for his win-loss.
His last game he ever played, I think, was the losing record to make him under 500 last game.
Let me just check Eli's.
The last
rating.
game either was for 500 or was for under 500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eli Manning's career record is. Wait, I was gonna.
He's got one more loss than he does win, like one extra loss than win. It's literally by like one number.
Okay, 17. He's at 500. 117 for 117. Joe Namath.
I thought his last game, maybe it wasn't a start. Maybe you're looking at starts. Okay, keep going.
Have somebody like if somebody like Joe Namath, one of the most popular players to ever play, his career stats. Let me just see. I believe he is just one game under 500. They play less games, but he's Broadway Joe. He's one of the best.
You know who ain't under 500?
I know Tom Brady.
Yeah, wait a minute. Wait, do you know who GOAT?
Wait, one more time.
Doesn't need to be said. You know who the GOAT is.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tom Brady. I love watching Tom Brady play. I really do. It's amazing, and my dad's a big Tom Brady fan, and that's one of the few times.
Is he a Patriots fan or just a Tom Brady fan?
He's a Tom Brady fan, and one of the few times he shows emotion is when Tom Brady is. I'm just playing with you, Dad, but yeah, but I love seeing his reactions to Tom Brady. So that's why I do love watching Tom Brady a lot, and a lot of respect for him. But yeah, Joe Namath is one game under 500, 68 and 69. But again,
so
Eli Manning, I think,
is it going or not?
Yeah, I think Eli Manning is going to the Hall of Fame. I think the huge thing is those two Super Bowl MVPs, which only 6 other players have done that, whether the likes of Terry Bradshaw, Joe Montana, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. These were all people who are all Hall of Famers, and Eli Manning's amongst them. Amazing streak. He has
Dude, but the
so many
seasons that he
starts.
won those Super Bowls against the Patriots. Like I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the seasons that he won against the Patriots in the Super Bowls, he had like a terrible season. He didn't even have a good game.
I mean, he won the game.
I don't think he had. I could be wrong.
Listen, he was clutch when we needed him in those fourth quarters. The Mario Manningham play in Super Bowl 46, David Tyree in Super Bowl 42. He was always he was amazing in the fourth quarter. He's been in the Pro Bowl 4 times. No All Pro doesn't help, but
he went to the Pro Bowl 4
quarterback.
times.
Yeah, so I think Eli Manning is a legit career. I understand both sides to it. But the man always played, amazing durability. When he was in the playoffs, with the exception of 2 other times, he was clutch. And, in his last playoff game, he played well against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. But, we didn't step up.
That was his last game against Aaron Rodgers?
No, his last playoff game. But I get it. I really do understand both sides, but I genuinely believe Eli is deserving of the Hall of Fame. No Giants bias aside.
Yeah,
well, that's me, but I really do understand.
I think I'm biased because I'm a Patriots fan, but well, let's just leave it at that. I don't think he's going to the Hall of Fame. I don't think he should go to the Hall of Fame, but I think I'm seriously biased, so we should leave it at that.
I will respect your opinion. I really do. Yo, Friebur, can I ask you a question? I would love it for you to share this story with my amazing listeners. Can you tell me about the time you saved a cat's life?
Yeah.
Walk me through what happened. How did you save a cat's life?
It's got to be in the last year, I think. It's got to be in the last year. I was walking my dog, Timmy, and big aggressive dog, Pitbull, walking him. And I don't live in the best area. I live in Newark. I live in a great brand new apartment, as you can see. But the surrounding area is not the best. Thank God the security is good. And so I was just walking up and down one of the blocks that isn't full of the best, and I saw a bunch of kittens. I knew there was a bunch of kittens there for about a week. They didn't pop, and I'm like super young. And one day I went there, and like the kids were always like mobile, getting around. They had water and food on the thing, just dry food, water. They're super young, and when they're super young, they're not supposed to be dry food, I don't think. But the day I saved the cat, I walked up, and there's one kitten, not with the rest of them, sitting in the sun, couldn't move, just covered in like gel or something. It looked like it just like its fur was just all clumpy by itself, sitting in the sun. It was during the summer. It must have been 90 degrees or hotter, and it was like kind of just like falling over. It wasn't drinking water. They gave it dry food, like, and I just looked at it. I didn't. It just looked so helpless, looked so gross and disgusting. All the kittens and the mom, other kittens and the mom were all together in their little box. This one was left out by itself, but in the sun. And I was looking, I was like, this cat ain't gonna make it. And so I literally just turned around, said, screw my dog walk, put him back in the apartment, ran back, grabbed this little kitten off the front porch step of some house.
How big was he compared to your
Um,
hand? Could he fit in
oh
your
God,
palm?
he fit my palm. He was super. I think he was like a few weeks old. I think
Hmm.
you're not supposed to have dry food at that point. Um, and I just saw him. I knew he wasn't gonna make it, and so I dropped off the dog, ran back, stole this kitten out of the whole litter off the porch because by itself, and took it to a vet, and they said I saved its life. They said like this cat was not gonna make it. It was severely dehydrated. It was covered in just like all this stuff. Its fur was all messed up.
They're
It
like,
was like it was it was the left out one of the pack, pretty much.
mhm.
So saved it. And then Sam, you guys know all Sam. I think his girlfriend wanted a cat at one point, and they asked if the cat was available. They ended up not taking it. I don't know why. I asked Sam. So I thought I was gonna save a cat and give it to a friend. That didn't work out. But
but they were able to. You gave it to the vet. They did, God's work and
they
do what they
saved it.
had to,
Yeah.
and they
At
saved the
first, they said they might not
kitten's
be able
life,
to actually. Yeah,
and
they
they did,
first they
huh?
said they might not be able to, and I dropped it off. They're like, we don't know if we're gonna be able to help this cat. And I was like, well, I tried my best. Um,
That's nice of you to do
they ended
that.
up saving it. Yeah, they took care of it for a few weeks. I don't think Sam, when he went to go look, I told him about it, but I don't think they could see it for a few weeks because it was so young and it needed so much help, and it
And
was covered in fleas. And like I didn't know at the time because I've never rescued an animal. Like if an animal is covered in fleas, you probably don't want to take it back into your apartment. I didn't know that much. I took it back, but luckily I took it straight into my other bathroom, closed the door, and I never ended up having a flea problem in my apartment. So I got lucky with that one. But that was just me being not ignorant, but I didn't know that like fleas could do that. I knew they were bad and they could get around, but I didn't know it had fleas. I didn't know. I just saw this cat, I wanted to save it, so brought it back,
what
not thinking.
what was your big
So
decision? You walked the dog. You didn't have to do that. Did you just feel that did you just feel like I have to do this? I was put in this position to save this cat's
yeah.
life, and that just shows how amazing of a person you are. Honestly, why do you think you
What
did it?
what Well, what happened? It was real hot out that day, and I remember being like, "I'm taking Timmy for a quick walk because I didn't want his paws to be on the hot concrete too long." And so I was like, I'm taking him like one block, and then I'll run him on the thing out here that's covered in the shade. I'll run him around, and I just like the second I saw this kitten, because all the other kittens are with their mom down to the left off the stoop, you know, in their little box, cover up with food and stuff, looking fine and healthy. This one was by itself, sitting in the sun, couldn't move, and it was only like a week or two old. It was super small. They only had dry food. I knew dry food wasn't good for them at that age. It's too young, and it just looked so disgusting and stuff. And I literally I remember I called my ex girlfriend. She didn't pick up. And I was gonna ask her, what do I do? I wanted her to say, save this thing. I knew she wouldn't say that. She didn't pick up, and like right then and there, I just turned around, went, dropped off my dog, came back, just scooped this kitten off the stoop of this person's house, and took it back to my apartment, took it back to my second bathroom, closed the door, and just like started taking care of it. And then I was like, shit, what do I do? And I started calling people, like, what do I do? I don't know what I'm doing, freaking out. And then people started telling me like, oh, if it has fleas, and I was like, shit, it has fleas for sure. And like all this other stuff, they're like, all right, block off the bathroom, do this and that, give it like put like a ring of soap around its neck and try to wash and all that stuff. And then I realized like, I was trying to do all that stuff, but I'm not saving this cat. So I just started calling vets, calling humane societies and stuff like that. And like, I have a cat, and I actually lied because Newark's pretty big. I live in East Newark. But I called all these vets that are in Newark, and they're like, "Oh, where do you live?" And they're like, when I said East Newark, they're like, "That's not our district, but there's only one place in East Newark, and or one or two places in East Newark, and they wouldn't take them." So I remember being like, "Oh, well, where did you find the cat?" And I lied to the place that I found. I was like, "Somewhere in Newark," and they're like, "Well, can you give us like a street name because they're trying to verify it?" And I remember pulling up on my phone. I was like, "Give me a second, I'll tell you right now." So I pulled up on Google Maps and just zoomed in someplace in Newark and found the street and said that name. And I'm like, "All right, bet, take it in." Took it in, dropped it off, left it. That was it.
And they saved it, huh?
Oh,
What a
Stanley
story.
saved it. Yeah. So
What was the color of the cat?
it was all. It was like a dark gray. I think it
Okay.
was just all gray.
I was
Maybe
just
a little.
curious.
I think it had one or two white. It was so gross and disgusting, bro. Um,
But you saved him. You
if
gave
I
him
saw
another
it
chance.
now, yeah, I saved it. It's been adopted. Um, I don't know to
Oh,
who. They called me, let me know that it's been adopted. I thought Sam was gonna adopt it. They didn't like it. I don't, or something happened. They didn't like it. Whatever the story was,
yeah.
and it ended up getting adopted. Let me know. I don't know who, but I
Oh,
saved
that's a beautiful story, Freebur.
it.
Seriously,
Yeah.
man. I commend you, man. I admire you for that.
Thank you, man.
Much love, bro. Much love. Yo, man. I mean, it's been some time, bro. We'll see where we're at. You know how long we've been talking for? An hour and 11 minutes. Killing it, bro.
Damn. Wait, how long does Zoom let you talk for?
Unlimited. But tell me one of the funniest things to ever happen to you in college ever.
You put me on the spot.
Hell yeah.
Um, dude, I don't know.
You walked home from the bar
Funny.
one, right? From downtown Hartford to the campus of Hartford, you had to cross town lines. So, I mean, this is your story to tell, but can you tell what happened? That's true, though, right?
You talk about like one of my last days in college, bro.
Yeah.
I went to the bar like senior year. I went to the bar with Allison Drake. We just came back from because she lives near me, so I think we drove up from school or something. One of those times, I don't know. I went to the bar with her and a bunch of people, and I guess I ended up getting into a fight with another altercation or something with a kid from another fraternity, and I was like, "This shit," or I don't know what the fuck happened. At that point, I was pretty drunk, and I guess I ended up leaving. And you know, Hartford is like there's like a line down in Hartford. It's like between the division of like nice and like not
Yeah, yeah.
nice, you
It
know?
has like an 8 mile to
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it
the,
has
the
like an
nice
8 mile,
area
and
to
I
the bad area.
yeah, and I think between low income and high income, that difference is one of the biggest differences in the country, top five or something. Either
Yeah.
way, you got to walk through that, and so the bars are on the side of the back side of campus, the
Hmm.
bad side. And I remember like parts of it, but I remember like getting into a fight with this kid. I don't like him. I think opposite
Hmm.
or something stupid. I don't know. I don't like him. So I was like, oh, fuck this. And I just walked home.
Isn't
Walked home.
that
It
like
was like the end of college. I was like done with it. I was like, I'm done with this shit.
isn't that like 10 miles or something?
No, I don't think it's like that. It's like, if so, shit. I don't know. I think it's like 5 miles.
That's still a lot
But
for what? 1 in the morning in the pitch black dark.
it was like 2 in the morning. And I remember it was funny because I remember walking and I had my phone blasting music and I had it up to my ear on speakerphone, just blasting. It's like jamming out. And I remember just jamming out, just like
Um,
doing my own thing, you know. Like I had no GPS. I knew how to get home because I had a car, so or I'd been around a lot. You know, I knew how to get home.
right.
So I remember just jamming out, and all of a sudden my phone dies while I'm walking home, and I was like,
No.
"Oh shit!" I didn't think much of it because I was like, "Oh, my phone died, whatever." Like I know how to get home. You know, so I get home, I jump over. I got a scar to prove, but I get back to campus, but I go in through the back gate because that's the closest one. There's no way I was walking around to the front. And I remember the gate was blocked off. It was closed. I was like, oh, hell no. The fuck am I walking all the way around campus? So I was like, no way in hell am I doing that. I remember just jumping the fence. And I have a scar right here. I don't know if you can see. The big ass scar right here. I jumped the fence, and you know how like the top of the fences they're like pointed, but the the part is like cut and it stops like right there.
Yeah.
So I guess that's how I got the scar at that point. Like ripped open my hand as I threw myself. It was like a 10-foot fence and part of it was covered in plastic, so you can't cover it. It's the back of campus, the top half of it. And I jumped it, and I remember within like 30 seconds of getting to the other side, because right on the back entrance is where PS was located, their building and everything. Within like 30 seconds to a minute, I was swarmed. And they're like talking to me, like, oh my God, who are you? This and that. And I'm like, I'm a student. And they're like, you don't belong here. I was like,
Get your ID.
you can say that in like 2 weeks. I'm a senior, about to graduate. But technically, I belong here right now. And I was drunk, and I think I was a little smart. I didn't get any more trouble for it. They let me end up going, but like I remember being like not the nicest, or like I wasn't the best, and I was a little drunk, and I was mad about the fight I got into. I don't know what happened. I really don't know. I didn't get any trouble for it. I guess it couldn't have been that bad, but I remember talking to me smart, like, I definitely belong here. I'm a student for another 2 weeks. After that, you tell me I'm not out. Like, and I remember as soon as I let it go, I like walked to Sarah's apartment.
Nice,
And
nice.
that was my thing. But I have a big ass scar. A really big scar actually. It's pretty deep, but
Do you have any
from the
other
hard.
crazy or funny stories from you, Hart?
Yeah, there's so many stories from you, Hart. There was 4 years. There's a lot of shit that happened,
Please
dude. Like,
bless us with at least one more. Please.
um, well, you know half the stories. You've been there for a lot of them, Maddie.
I know, I know. I
Man.
want to hear your perspective first. And I
I
go.
mean, bring up something that.
Yo, tell me
What
something
do you want?
crazy from Spring Fling. That's
Spring Fling. What? I got written up 15 times.
You got written up
In a
15
matter of like
times.
4 days or something like that. I got rid
What
of
do you
so
do to
many
get written
times.
up? Did you do anything that is not bad? Like
Well, dude, when I lived in the fives my senior year, party quad,
the party
we
queen.
hosted the we hosted everything, and what we have like 60-30 racks in my room between my
60,
room
30
and
racks. You
and
heard
the
it here first.
ones, but mainly in mine because I was of age.
So much.
And then we
We
had
had
what,
so
like,
much left over from that, dude.
no, we didn't have anything left over from
I'm
that
pretty
before
sure
the
there was
spring
like,
fling happened, dude. We picked up like I
yeah.
think like
Remember
60 or
my
more
truck?
30 racks and like 20, 30 bottles of Dupra. And I
Remember my
had that
truck?
shit under my bed. I had that shit under my desk in my closet stacked up.
So that's
And
18,000. That's 1,800 beers in your room.
it's a whole shit ton of beers. But like
Bro,
we did, I think we had, I don't know how many 30 racks. It was like something ridiculous. But like some of them went to the ones, but the party quad was in the fives where I lived. And then, so we were partnered with was it dance team or something?
I don't remember.
I don't know who we were partnered with. And I remember I just kept getting so much trouble. I would get rid of because
Of all the beer.
Angel, Benji, or them weren't around all the time. So they would give it to, they would write up whoever was around that had the place, but like every day, all day from like Tuesday to Sunday or something, Wednesday to Sunday or something like that. They're coming over, and like I was getting written up for like people like pouring beers out my window, second story, because we went on the second story, trying to like drink it from the second story, funneling
Yeah.
out the window, throwing just beers out the window, or
Beer.
there's people walking out of my apartment beers because you can have solo cubs.
Yeah. And you could have whatever you want in them.
But so I kept getting rid of them. I remember being like 1, 2, and I was like freaking out. And then it got to the point where like all PS knew me, and they'd be like, Brandon, that's another one. I'm like, there's
That's
nothing I can
another
do.
one.
There's nothing I can do. And I remember
You're
getting
getting
written up
written
over
up.
10 times. And like, I remember snapping them. I'd be like, that's another one. I would snap like, that's 10, 11. I think I got up to 12 was my last snap. I don't know.
Dude,
I think I only stopped at like 14 or 15. But
they wouldn't let you back in school.
no, they threatened me with a lot of stuff, but I had that summer going into that year, I went to Nicaragua on a peace on like a
On a mission.
humanitarian aid trip for like 11, 12 days. And so they wanted me to obviously graduate, but they said I had to do community service. But I told them about the trip I went on and how I went there for like 11 days, and they're like, fine, that wipes it all out. So I ended up getting in
That's
trouble like
cool then.
12 to 15 times in 3 days. and I walked out with nothing because I had done that community service. Well,
How
it
about
wasn't
that?
community; it's supposed to be community service, but I'd gone to Nicaragua on a humanitarian trip for 10, 11 days, and so they counted that. And
That's
also,
awesome.
I had to talk to um some guy in
What was the name, like Mike or something?
no, he's a bigger dude. He was head of like the student relations or something. Bigger dude. I forgot his name. I had to talk to him. I had to go talk to him like 2 or 3 times for like an hour or two.
How about that?
And they all understood because they all knew that I wasn't actually the one doing what I was getting in trouble for, but I
Right.
was typically around the apartment.
So
And
you got in
all this
trouble by
stuff was
default.
happening in my apartment. Yeah, all this stuff was happening in my apartment because I was hosting the party for spring fling. So obviously, when people are there 4 or 5 days in a row, like hundreds of people in and out, or however many it was, in and out of the apartment doing whatever they want, you're gonna get written up. So, but yeah, I remember like the one iconic picture from college. I remember is me sitting next to Sam, and like I think I had my shirt off, or Sam has his shirt off, and we have a towel over her, and it was like that's another one, number 12 or something like that. Like
You
just
see,
getting written up.
have you seen the
Um,
Breakfast Club?
I
Maybe.
want to say yes, but not as much as I should have.
Well, there's this scene where they're pretty much during Saturday detention, and the bully was like annoying the principal, and he's like, "You want to
Yeah.
talk back to me? That's another one. You want to get another
That's
one? Yes,
another.
that's another Saturday. That's
But
another
that's all I
Saturday.
heard. That's all I heard was that's another one.
That's
Because
what I
they all
hear.
knew my name by like the second day. I'd
You're
gotten
getting
so many
written up,
times. They'd be
Freebird.
like, Brennan, you know that's another one. And I would just sit there and like, there's no like, I don't know what to do. Like, but it all worked out because they were like, oh, you're gonna get in trouble. You're not graduating. You have to do this and that. It's like, what, a month before school ends?
That's another one.
Oh, I remember freaking out, but then like ultimately like it working out. I didn't have to do anything to let me go. So
That's a
I
story.
do have a few tickets though
To this
on
day,
campus. No, I have a few tickets to my old car. When I came to visit a year after that, I got like one night. I remember I woke up, I got like 2 tickets, and then the next night I got 2 tickets or something on campus, but to my old car. So it's like a different license plate, different car. So
that's insane. So your car is technically still banned, huh? If
my
PS
old
sees it,
car, my old car, my old car has 4 tickets on it
do you remember my
with the
truck,
old license plate. Yeah,
my Ranger,
a Ford fucking Ranger.
the
Yeah,
four
never
fucking
mind.
Ranger, bro? We put like all those 30 racks on the bed of that truck. Good
But
times
we would just go to Moe's in that damn thing.
all the
I
time,
was a
man.
Chipotle fan, but I think Brad had to have Moe's.
Yeah, that's Brad.
Brad had to have a Moe's in the middle of Blue X Square. Dude, we should go back to Blue X Square. That's a nice town.
Yo, we should do the trip there one
It's
of
like the
these
rich
days.
boy in New York City, which is weird to say, but like that's really what it is. Like
Right.
Blue X Square is like a little city, but for like rich people. Like obviously
Mm,
we are just college kids in the town, but like if you look at it, everything is like brand new, immaculate,
nice.
spectacular. Like all the cars are in there, super nice. So you're like, it's a high.
Mhm.
It's a nice place. I wonder how much has changed now with like the pandemic and like smaller stores closing down these days because people shopping online and stuff.
It'd be interesting. Yo, we should really go back, make a trip one of these days. That'd be dope.
We should have Brad fly out here for like 2 weeks, and then for like 5 days, me, you, and a bunch of people like drive up to Hartford.
Oh, I will be on that, bro. Yo, we've been at it.
That
We've been at it for an hour and a half, Freebird. This has been great. I've been having a lot of fun, bro. I hope you have been too.
it's been great, bro.
Would you
I'm
do it
eating
again?
after this. Yeah, I absolutely will do this again.
Hell yeah!
It's
That's
gonna be
music to
better
my
every
ears.
time. It's gonna be better every time. I was a little nervous at first, so maybe you might have to edit out some stuff at the beginning, but like,
No, don't worry. You're pretty.
uh,
You did fine. You didn't do anything. We just that's the thing. We crescendo it and show that it's just a cool conversation and making some great content out of it.
hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
You were really great. So I end the podcast every time with the Proust questionnaire. So just 10 short but deep questions. And I
Okay.
just would love to hear your answers to these final ones. Then we will be outie.
Okay. Give it to me.
My first question to you, Brandon Freeberg. What is your favorite word?
Louise.
Is it?
Seriously, I just like the way it's just fun to say.
Hey, man.
It's been a thing for a long time. That's an easy answer. Louise.
What's your least favorite word?
uh some derogatory word probably, man. There's I don't have one that sticks out, but you know this. There's just certain words that are just not cool.
Definitely. I actually really know what you mean there. All right, this question is not a sexual question. I just want to make that clear. It's more of a life and enlightening question. But
Okay, give it
answer it
to me.
however you want. What turns you on in this world, Brandon?
Um, I like helping others, man. I mean, from my parents, I don't know if you know as much, but they grew up. I mean, I grew up in a household that helped others in Nicaragua. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I knew that.
um, every time I go out, there's people, especially where I live in Newark, that always begging for money. Like, even if I can just give some change here and there, um, I will. I do what I can. That's what makes me happy. Makes me happy to be able to give back a little bit.
That's why you're an amazing person, Brandon. Seriously, you
I
really are.
try.
Mhm.
I try.
What tur-
Sometimes it gets annoying. I won't lie.
but hey,
But
you're earning it.
continue.
What turns you off in this world?
Damn, deep. Well,
Excuse me.
today's inauguration day, so I'm gonna go with the flow of things right now. America seems to be tearing itself apart. There's diversity more than I can really ever remember seeing or ever recognizing. So that's what I'm gonna say most turns me off right now.
So the divide is what turns you off.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even want to go on Facebook today. I went on Facebook for like 5 minutes and I saw people on both sides I love saying different things, and I was just like getting off it before I hate these people. So
Right.
that right now the divide.
Okay. And I respect that.
Okay.
I might even agree with you on that. Well, no, I don't.
Okay.
Might agree with you. I do agree with you. I do agree with you.
Okay.
I think that actually turns me off in this world too. What
Yeah.
sound or noise do you love?
Sound or oh man, smell is an easier question. Sound or noise? Dude, sound is such like a thing. Like I'm a fan of all music. I'm not the
Mm-hmm.
biggest fan of country, but I like all music. It depends on the moment. So the favorite sound, I don't really have a sound. It all is reflective of the mood I'm in that
It
day.
could be music. It could be music, or some people like the sound of a baseball bat. A ball hitting a bat was popular an
Oh, I
answer,
don't have
or
anything like that.
like
For me, it's just
music's
music
fine too,
and then the genre depending on the day.
or laughter and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What sound or noise do you hate?
Um, or sound noise I hate. What sound noise I hate? There's, I don't really have sensitive ears. I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
Sound noise that I hate. Honestly, I hate like ticking noises. Like the ticking of a clock. I'm pretty good at shutting them out, but like my clock does it. I don't sleep with it at night, so it's
What?
fine. But it's something that does bother me. Just random ticks.
What is that serious ticking noise? Brandon, what
Yes.
is your favorite curse word?
Uh, um, damn it. Wait, damn. Maybe I should have asked these questions beforehand. I had them laid out. All right. Favorite curse word. Favorite curse word. Damn, bro. That's a hard one, dude. I could say the wrong thing. There's
There's not
words that
much to
are
choose
so
from.
like my favorite word to say is not because of the meaning. It's just fun to say. Like you asked me my favorite word to say. It's boobies. It's my favorite word. It's
Yep.
fun to say.
Yep.
Favorite.
It's
Next
just a
question.
question.
I don't have. I don't have one. I don't know. I don't have one.
All right. All right. No
I don't
problem.
think I have one.
What profession other than your own that you would like to attempt?
I've always wanted to be in real estate, so I am in real estate. But I've always had this dream of buying houses, fixing them myself because I'm good with my hands, and flipping them for a profit. No third party. Like I like doing that. So
It's never too late, man. It really isn't, especially with
yeah. So
your grind.
yeah. So yeah.
All right. House flipper. I love it. What profession would you not like to do?
what I'm doing. I don't like what I do. I'm not a desk junkie. I'm not good at it. I don't like sitting inside. I like being outside, being busy with my hands. I like being active. So going to college, I originally went for engineering. I didn't switch because I had bad grades. I switched for other reasons to business. Business became super easy, but business is easy and it's super boring. Business is to me, like I stopped studying in college for business. Like business is dumb easy. Like it's boring as shit. I don't like it. Like what I do, I don't like at all. It's super boring.
I hear you, dude. I hear you. What profession would you not like to do? Oh yeah,
Repeat your
sorry. I
question.
just asked you that. Excuse me.
No,
But
you're
yeah,
good.
I apologize. But yeah, that's I hear you, bro. And like I said, you could really I really feel so at some point in your life you're going to be combining both your great business skills while using your hands. I can't wait to see that.
Well, the goal is to get my own, start buying and flipping houses on my own. Once I do that, I'll be happy. I'll have the best of both worlds.
Can't wait to see that. I really can't wait. Okay. So Brandon, my last question for you is if heaven exists, what would you like God say to you when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Thrive, son, thrive. See what you can do up here.
Beautiful.
Because even up there, you still have something to work for. You always got something to work for. Don't matter
Well,
where you're at.
I hear you, dude.
So if he says that thrive, then it's thrive. I don't know. That's a hard question, but yeah, we're
Thrive
gonna
out
go with
there.
it.
Beautiful. Brandon, you're my brother from another mother. You did great, man. You did really great. I wouldn't know if you're nervous, but you were an awesome guest.
Nervous for sure.
But I hope the nerves are gone now, that you want to do this again and know that it's pretty chill and fun thing to do, and also shows that other guests, if they're ever nervous to come on, it's not a bad experience at all. We're just having fun, getting to know each other and adding to the moment. And hopefully do the
Absolutely. If
same
you
for
want a
listeners.
part two, you got part two. You're my boy. So
Oh,
I'll be better next time. I'll be less nervous. I'm not nervous now anymore, but at the beginning I probably was. So
well, no,
you
I
want
didn't
part
catch on.
two? You got it.
Well, perfect. I want to do part 2, 3, 4, a bunch of
But
others.
let's just, part one was on the inauguration. We didn't talk as much about it, but I don't just come at any day. They gotta be special days like
Yeah,
presidential election days and shit.
you will always remember the day that Joseph Biden was sworn in as the 46th president of the United States. That night, we did our first productive conversation podcast. And for that, it's beautiful.
And Joe Exotic didn't get pardoned.
Well, hopefully, brighter days ahead for Mr. Exotic. But yo, seriously though, Brandon, you were great. I love you. And do you have anything else to say before we sign off?
No, Matt, I appreciate you having me on the show. Thank you, bro. I love you. And hopefully I provided the content you needed. Next time around, will be a little better.
You did that and more, bro. I can't wait for the next time. And we definitely should team up with some people for those podcasts too, bro.
Maybe when I go to Cali with Brad, me and Brad can sit down and do a podcast.
Yeah, that'd be.
February 3rd to the 7th. Find a day. I'm sure me and Brad will do it.
Please keep me posted. I would love to do another show. I would definitely
Let's
do a
do it.
show with you too. All right, Brandon, it's been real.
It's been real, bro.
About to say.
Someone's calling me. Someone's calling me. But
All
it's
right,
been real, bro.
perfect. It's been real.
Thank you for having me, man. I'll
All right,
talk to you later.
you the man, bro. I love you, and I'll catch you soon.
Love you, bro.
Peace.
Peace.